What's going on? What's cooking oil?
Yeah. I've got this feeling that I get to.
Welcome back to the Life of Sky with I, Ntsei-Sky, so fly that you can't deny, aka Petty Cash, Petty Mali, Petty Cash. This week, we're going to talk about this show, right? This show that I've been very interested in. I've been watching every single episode, and the show's Mnakwethu. Guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed my previous upload about the friendships. 2 uploads the same day. Consistent or what? This show, and I just want to talk about each individual or each couple, guys. So if you guys don't know this show of Mnakwethu, it's basically a show. Well, so what had happened was, if you guys know Mnakwethu, the guy that's the polygamist, he was helping guys also try start polygamous marriages with their wives. After that show, there was a spin-off show called Mnakwethu, where like these couples are finding their feet in this polygamist marriage space. Okay, yeah, there are 3 couples. So the first couple, I'm just gonna be referencing from my phone. The first couple is Ntsei-Sky, right? So this guy, I don't know how to feel about him necessarily. I think he's those guys, like, I feel like all of those guys are like, they're all the same essentially. Like, they just believe because they were born male that they have certain privileges over women, or like they should be treated a certain way, which I completely don't understand. Guys, it's 2021. So Ntsei-Sky has like 2 wives. The one lady was, I really like her actually, Mnakwethu, guys. This lady, when I first saw her, I thought she was a hothead, like on Mnakwethu's show. I thought she was just a hothead, like baby girl is not gonna cope. But I think she's the one handling this whole polygamous thing with so much grace. I just feel like she's handling the polygamous marriage with so much grace. She's actually so wise and so mature. Like, she thinks, I know that's like a very obvious thing to say, but she thinks, she utilizes, like the way she goes about situations is very smart. Like when you see the way she moves, it's like, huh. I think the way people perceived her to be, they thought she was going to be such a difficult person to be in a polygamous marriage with, and it actually turns out that the wife to, actually the first wife to Umagai, guys, that's the lady that I feel like she's struggling to come to terms with being in a polygamous marriage. I don't know what it is about her. Like, I don't know if it's like a cool girl tendency. That's the other thing about these ladies, especially these first wives. Like when the husbands tell them that, look, I want to take a second wife, like they're so upset. Like the anger in the beginning is so like, you swear they're gonna leave. The way they're so angry, you swear they're gonna leave just for them to stay. And it's like, baby girl, all that effort, like I don't know, man. And they're like, oh, what can we do? Indoda must just grow their family. Like, the thing about this show, it's literally everything that I could never do. Like the things these women are doing and that they're tolerating or that they're taking, I just could never. Yo, they're just like, yeah, he wants to grow his family and I agreed to do that when I married him. I'm just like, baby girl, I don't think that's what they meant. I don't think it's given what it's supposed to give. Mnakwethu is a very wise woman. I like her. She's a boss. Like, the other thing about her is she really does her makoti duties. And guys, these people, like, they don't go, when they say they go to their in-laws, it's not like, oh, you're gonna go to someone's neighborhood, you know, like someone in the city or in the hood. No, they go to the village. They go to the, and she goes, guys, if you can see, there's this one episode, like the contrast of her in Joburg and her in the Makhayas, in the lollies. Like, she was there in a whole apron, she was fetching wood, guys. All that hard labor, I'm just not built like that. I'm just like, she has the, I don't even know if it's respect or if it's what, like the amount of respect that lady has, I think I can comment on that too. Like, even when her mom-in-law speaks to her, like, she literally doesn't look at her mom-in-law in the eyes. Like, she's just like, Guys, I think essentially I'm just taken aback by how these people live. Like, I don't know why it's shocking me. Obviously because it's probably a distant reality from what I'm living, and obviously I do know that a lot of people live in those kind of situations, but I don't have a problem with that. It's just like the kotising thing, like starting fires. Guys, she literally went there and pumped water and she walked a hole. Guys, that's a workout. Like, oh guys, just call me a lazy makoti, because, and she handles it with so much grace, which is why I feel like she's low-key one of my favorite wives. Like, she's just so wise in whatever it is that she does. And the second wife is Mazibuko, whatever her name is. So yeah, like, she's taken this path to become a spiritual healer, and she's been fighting with her husband because she stays with a guy friend. So let me tell you something, the husband is wrong. He just believes that a male and a female can't be friends, and I'm obviously against that. I believe that male and female can be friends. It can really be a platonic thing. But also, on the other hand, like, I feel like this Mazibuko Han, like, she knows that she's tripping because she's staying with her not her guy best friend, she's staying with her guy friend. The guy friend wants her. That's strike number one. Number two, she was saying that while she was ephehlweni, she dreamt of the guy friend that she's staying with. She always dreams about this guy friend, but she's never ever dreamt about her own husband. You know what I mean? And she's like, oh, maybe Abba Pansy just want me to be with the guy friend. You can obviously see it's also pointing in another direction, and you're gonna make the husband look like he's an idiot for suspecting. That girl is wrong. Like, she's like, oh yeah, you don't even understand, it's because you weren't giving me attention, and also the guy friend was giving me attention. Like, stuff like that are just red flags for me. Those are just red flags for me. What? Like, you're confiding in your guy friend. There's nothing wrong with confiding in your friend, but you guys know what I mean. Like, the context in which she's confiding in the guy friend is just a bit questionable for me. It's giving me very corner eye, very sus, very onto something. She's low-key a red flag. She low-key also likes the guy friend, but she doesn't want to go there. And I feel like when you know that it's like that, the guy friend wants you and you low-key want the guy friend, and you're dreaming of the guy friend, and then you're gonna make the guy seem like he's tripping for suspecting something. So the next couple is Ngiga. Like, I just feel like this guy, I can't really say much about him. He's not interesting. He's not giving me anything. He's just giving me nothing. The wives, on the other hand, boring. Nothing interesting about them. They literally don't even show them that much because there's literally nothing interesting happening with them, you know. And then I'm literally not even gonna give them airtime because, and the third couple, which is by far the most shocking couple, is the guy that goes by the name of Dulas. I have never seen a more foolish man. Guys, you know something about foolish men? They're always the ones that have the baddest hands. Like, they're giving hands sleepless nights. Can you believe that? Like, the worst thing is that he's the guy that literally is entertaining the most hands out of all these men here, and he's literally the most questionable. Like, how does such a foolish man get so many girls? What is it about him? The dress sense. He's literally wearing a Brentwood, and then he says, "God, don't touch." Guys, that is your king. That is really your king. These guys are staying in RDPs, and you guys want to have a September situation, chief. When you do a polygamist situation, you need to be financially fit for that. You see how them Selugus are living. That's genuinely what a September needs to look like. I'm not gonna sit here in a 2-room to be a second wife. Ah, come on. Also, for these women, like, marriage is low-key the end all and be all, which is also quite sad. Like, baby, you don't have to settle. Look at me, you don't have to settle, baby. These women stress me because they're so beautiful and they don't deserve. And you know the thing about these women, all these women are way too good for these men. These men also know that they don't deserve these women, but they keep pushing the limit. So Dulas has 2 wives. One wife is Madlamini, who's the first wife. She's a very reserved lady, very quiet, very to herself, very, like, you know when they say a makoti, she's just quiet there on the mat. She's very like that type. And then the second wife is a city girl, okay? Mamhlongo, she's a city girl, she's a boss, okay? She don't take that. That's another favor of mine. I love her energy. One thing about Mamhlongo, she will fight, and I love that because she doesn't take that. And I feel like I'm not even condoning violence, but I feel like these men, they deserve a woman like Mamhlongo, because she's not the one to be played with, and she's giving Julius a very hard time, and I love that. She's frustrating. Male frustration, I love that. Male frustration, male stress, I love it when we give it to them, and Mamhlongo is giving me that. So like, she's the complete opposite of what Madlamini is. Like, even when Madlamini speaks, like, she has such a small, no, it's just that, like, no, I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm just so sick and tired of, like, going in circles with Julius. Like, baby girl, are you really tired of going in circles? Like, you don't look like you're tired. You look like you got a few more kilometers in you, okay? So I'm going to need you to give me a bit more from where that came from. Give me rage. Give me fed up. Give me I'm done. Because right now you're giving very tired, but I can still push for a few more. You know what I mean? That's how Madlamini is. And I'm not saying everybody needs to be like that, but she literally needs to put her foot down. Julius is so wrong. He literally was making these two wives an idiot. They went and they rocked up to the first and the second wife. Were just like, this guy, we suspect that this guy might have a third wife, or he's entertaining another hand that's not the both of us. That's literally one of the biggest jokes of this whole thing. Like, they get so touched when the husband is out there with another woman, like, baby girl, but he did say, you first wife, what's shocking you? He already brought a second wife, and you second wife, did you really think it was going to end with you? Like, I don't know, that's just the joke for me. They go to his house. These are one of the episodes that got me. That episode was it for me. So Mamhlongo and Madlamini, they go to the husband's house. The husband is sitting in a hut with his cousins or whatever, and then they walk in, and then they're standing there like, we know you have a girl hiding in the main house. You're gonna stand up right now. We're gonna talk outside, and you're gonna tell us the situation. We suspect there's another girl. And Julius, a scrub of a man, he doesn't have anything going for him but his career. He's just standing there like, you guys. And that's the thing that I hate about men. Like, under normal circumstances, your boyfriend doesn't have a problem with something, but the minute he's sitting with his friends, that's when he's gonna decide that he has a problem with something. Like, these ladies have been always chilling with their husbands without head wraps. Now that he's sitting with his cousins, he's like, you guys come in here, you guys, your heads are not even covered. Like, oh, since when do we cover heads around here? Ever since we've been together, we've never covered no head. But now that you're sitting with your little uncles and your little cousins, you wanna sit, like, please get out of here. The patriarchy makes me want to vom. So he's sitting there, he's like, yeah, can't you see that I'm sitting here with my cousins? Like, dude, like, that's the other thing that I don't get. They treat their wives like their children. Like, my nigga, when I say we're gonna talk, okay? So they're like, you walk in here, your heads are not even wrapped, you guys are not even kneeling, you guys are showing your legs, like a whole bunch of, like a whole criteria. That's when that episode is when I knew I could never be in a traditional family like that. Showing of legs, I'm a city girl. I'm a bad. I'm a boss. Okay, when it's summer, you have to veza matanga. Like, man, like, as a husband, like, you're sitting there, you're wearing the same shirt from 2 days ago, like, and I'm not bothering you about that, but today you're gonna have me for my little cute skirt? No. So after that, it's a whole shebang. It's a whole shebang. The second wife, Mamhlongo, the one I tell you, it's my fighter. She goes to the main house. She opens. She bangs. There's someone in here. Open. She's breaking the sliding door. And then she's like, there's someone in here. And the third girlfriend person is just like, no one's home. Like, that is the dumbest. That is the most Mickey Mouse thing I've ever seen, my guy. Like, how are you gonna say no one's home? Like, of course someone's home if you're saying no one's home. Like, that's where the marriage went into shambles. They even had a little reunion, the first wife, the second wife, and the girlfriend. And the first and second wife were like, actually, this marriage can just seem. It can just seem. And that third girlfriend was like, yes, you guys can go. Finally, you will leave me with my man. Like, is that a woman having confidence in a man? She is brave. She's brave. She has she's literally what I don't aspire to be. Yes, you'll finally leave me with my man. Like, baby girl, especially doulas. That's the thing, that's the most questionable part of it all. Doulas is the hill that you're dying on. Be shy. Girl, now you're losing the plot. You're gonna get back together with a man for revenge, for a girl, so you can get back at the girl, not because you love the man. Like, can you see that you're wasting your time? Your energy is charged in the wrong direction. And at that time, guys, the husband is just sitting there like this, watching all the wives fighting. That's just what it is for me. Like, every time in those confessionals, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't even know how I must win them back. Oh yes, I need to start acting like an upright man, I need to start acting as indoor. Like, why does that thing get activated once you've done wrong? Like, if you're really, I feel like if you are really in Doda, it will be a consistent thing. It is just part of your nature. You don't have to, you know, snap yourself back into being in Doda. That shows that you actually aren't in Doda. It's something you aspire to be, but you actually aren't. Makai is probably my favorite husband out of all of them. Like, he's very, I just like him. He has that thing, that's sort of like an intelligence thing, that's sort of a entrepreneurship thing. He's very forward thinking, very proactive, willing to learn. He has that kind of a sort of positive attitude that I like about him. You see, my guy, what a pure happy man. He's such a happy-go-lucky guy, and I love that. He always means well. Like, he's probably, man, I just like him. Shout out Makaya, guys. Yeah, so Mnakwethu decides that she's going to tell Makaya about her secret. So this lady is like, the second wife to Makaya is basically has a kid. I think she's probably had this kid for 12 plus years, and Makaya has never ever known about this, and I think they've been dating all that time. So I do feel very sorry for my guy, especially because he's such a great guy, man. Like, he's such a great oak. He doesn't deserve this. He's such a ngobru. You know, maybe if it was doulas, I mean, I kind of would have just been like, he deserved it. But like, my guy doesn't deserve that. I just don't feel like people deserve that. But at the same time, male tears get me going. Mnakwethu sits there and is like, okay, my guy, I've been hiding. I don't know if she's been hiding, but she's basically been hiding this child for 12 years. And she just figured that she should let him know. And I would be completely shooketh. I would be like, you've basically broken our trust. Like, this is the whole child. Why didn't you? And that's the thing about children. It kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, I feel like, especially if you tell someone early enough that you have a child and all that stuff, he probably was going to be very, very lenient towards you. Hey, but I don't know there by those Zulu men and their patriarchy, how they work. I understand where my guy is coming from, because now he's like reading the situation that maybe like you're a conniving woman, you want me to get married to you so that you can come, and then this child is gonna pop up, and then we're already in the marriage and the child is already there and there's nothing I can do. Like, my hands are essentially tied. I totally am on my guy's side. But male tears, guys. Let me tell you something, guys. Men don't go through period pains. They don't go through labor pains. They don't have periods. They don't get pregnant. They don't get hormones. They don't go through menopause. Like, they just live. Men just live and they roam the earth. So I feel like any opportunity for them to feel pain and to suffer, and even if that means suffering a fraction of what they put women through, I'm sorry, I'm kind of for that, okay? Because the other thing is that men are also like that. Men will date you for 10 years. You don't know that guy has been having a wife and he has 3 kids. And then he wants you to forgive him. And on top of forgiving him, he wants you to become a second wife. My guy needs to begazela and be in Doda. That begazelas, and he must stick with his second wife. He picked as a second wife and he must stick with it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Tell me if you guys want to talk about you want me to talk about other shows. I probably am, because I really like giving my opinion. One thing I really like reality shows. But if you guys want me to talk about other reality shows or other shows in general, comment in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.